Hey, everyone, Ryan here. So this weekend I have to watch M. Night Shyamalan's new movie called The Watchers, which off the bat I'm already gonna say it's a brilliant movie. You guys have to watch this movie and check it out for yourself. But I also want to give some credit to this as well too, because M. Night helped produce this movie and did everything behind the scenes, of course. But guess who made her first directorial debut with this movie, which is M. Night's daughter, Ishana Shyamalan, this as well too. This is really cool to have a father and daughter connection with this. For those who do not realize with this as well too, when the movie Old, when M. Night had to step away for time and time, Ishana actually came in as a second unit director just to come in and help direct that point of view in the movie Old. Old wasn't really, first time I saw it, I thought it was a little different and weird, but I got used to it after watching it the second and third time. I really got into the story just as well too. But this movie called The Watchers had my attention the whole full entire way. Okay, so with this, with me just saying that, let me give a couple of characters. We got actors in this movie. We got Dakota Fanning, Georgia Campbell, and we know that these strangers are right up into this forest and finding out that there's these they use the word watchers, but not knowing what these creature or the analogy of these characters actually the anatomy of these creatures to try to say what they're capable of. All they know is that at night they come out night and find out that there's a two-side mirror, of course, from the outside looking in. They can actually watch them and figure out who these strangers are and what they're capable of. It's an interesting story, this as well, too. The thing I do like about this story is you get to find out more towards the end of what these watches are and what they're actually doing, this as well, too. This is actually a nice texture. The direction of this was beautiful. The motivation really kept me in my seat the whole entire way. This is not me. I had a really good crowd when I went to see this movie, of course. I saw everyone was really drawn into the theater. No cell phone, no nothing, no talking, no happening, anything going on. It just was a great time. It was a great experience to actually have with this movie. And once again, Ishana, since she directed this movie, each and every shot was really cool. If I have not mentioned it, the setting of this film was Ireland. So we would go to the island of forest. And to get that forest is creepy out there. What the heck? It's like a Blair Witch thing out in West Virginia or something like that. But now I don't want to go out there because of these watches. No, it's just a movie. You guys know that. But this is a brilliant film for what Ishana actually did for her first film. I cannot wait to see what she actually does in the future. This movie, it just kept me really motivated. It kept me interested at the same time. I was never drawn away from it. There's particular points I thought was a little slow in the beginning. They actually to tell the truth, they actually gave the story out really good in the beginning. It actually helped show us what's going on with that Dakota Fan's character and where it actually leads. And you got to realize in some of the M. Night's movies as well too, he gives flashbacks and we were back and back and back. It's kind of the same stuff that way, but I'm keeping my mouth sealed from there out and let you guys watch it. It's one of those movies that just keeps you on the edge of your seat and makes you guess the whole entire way. You kind of are rooting for these strangers. There's 4 strangers in there, and you kind of hope rooting for them to fight this survival. And how will this whole story actually end? And what M. Night does as well, this is too, are a nice twist towards the end as well too. If you guys happened to watch The Sixth Sense a long time ago, you remember that twist towards the end of the movie. For those who haven't seen it, it's an old movie. No, I'm not going to say it, just in case if you guys have never actually seen The Sense, but that's what I'm kind of saying. This is a twist in this new movie called The Watchers, and I really thought this was really enjoyable. So for those who have actually watched this movie, what do you guys actually think? Did this live up to your expectations? And what do you think of Ishana's new direction, being a director, a full-time director, I should say, into this movie as well, too? I'm ready to see what she can actually do and what she does for the future. I'm really to see and decide this as well too, what M. Night's daughter can actually bring to the big screen. I know both of them have different minds and actually creative minds as well too. M. Night we have seen for a very long time, and now it's a time for his daughter to give that full attention to the big screen. I really hope she continues because I really thought she did a really great job with this movie. Everything was just beautiful, I gotta say. The way it was actually laid out, the way the forest actually looked that night, and during the day like this as well too, how the light was just hitting the texture on that forest ground. Everything about it was just so beautiful and brilliant, I gotta say. I can't. Once again, I cannot wait to see what Ishana actually does. She continues down the field of her father on directing. I think this is a great family that actually help bring great original movies to the big screen. So once again, I'll give you input. You leave your comments down below. I'd love to hear what you guys got to say. For those who have not seen this movie, I would highly recommend this movie. My grades listed over on the side. And I got to say, man, I wanted to try so hard to give this movie an A. But once again, there's just certain points I thought were actually slow. And I wanted to know these the backgrounds of each of these characters. We get to find out some, but not all. But some of it is part of the twist that towards the end of this as well, too. So, yes, once again, I'm keeping my mouth still. That way you guys can actually watch it. And once again, go out. This is a movie to actually see out in movie theaters. I want to say I will wait until you actually, when it comes to streaming, but it's just, I like going out to the movies and experience the movies. There's certain movies that could wait until you watch to go home. But this is really a great movie for the audience. There are jump scares in this movie, believe it or not. One of them actually really got to me. But you know, once someone gets a jump scare in the movie, they usually laugh about it. That's what I did. But there are jump scares. One that particularly, there's going to be a couple throughout the movie. But it should be fine. I say more of a thriller movie, not more of a horror movie. They list this movie as a horror. I still say maybe a mixture of thriller and horror, I guess. But this is a great movie to actually experience in the theaters with the full crowd to get that full effect. So anyways, my name is Ryan. I hope you tell me what you guys actually thought of the movie. For those who have not seen it, I do strongly recommend the movie just as well too. The Watchers by M. Night Shyamalan and Ishana Shyamalan does this as well too. So with that all being said, I hope you really go out there and enjoy the movie. I can start wrapping things up saying my name's Ryan. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you at the movies next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.